going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole January winter transfer window, so if you do want to stay up to date first and fast here on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up as well. 300 likes is the aim. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got a big update on Zack Steffen. Now, the Athletic have said that Colorado Rapids have signed Zack Steffen from Manchester City. They're going to sign him on a 3-year deal. There is no mention of a fee. It is close to being completed. There was some talk going on about the registration of Zack Steffen in the MLS over in the United States of America, and it was being suggested that this isn't going to be treated as a high-profile transfer, which involves a transfer fee or breaking their salary cap. So I'm not entirely convinced that a transfer fee is being paid here by Colorado Rapids, and just what Manchester City are gaining from this transfer, other than we're stacked when it comes to goalkeepers. We've already got three first team squad goalkeepers, Scott Carson being the third choice, with Edison being the first choice and second choice going to Stefan Ortega-Moreno, means that Zack Steffen just doesn't have a look in at Manchester City, and it's just unfortunately not worked out for him. He had a good loan last season to Middlesbrough in the Championship, and I was hoping to see a permanent move in the summer. Picked up an injury. He's been out since then. I'm not entirely convinced again that he is completely over said injury, which may explain why Colorado Rapids have decided to take him from Manchester City but aren't paying anything for him. When I get more indication about if there is a transfer fee and what that transfer fee is, I will let you guys know. Just saying, don't expect there to be a fee here with Zack Steffen. It's seemingly looking like his time at Manchester City is coming to an end. So, moving on to the final transfer of the outs, of course, takes us on to an update on Kalvin Phillips and TalkSport. They have said that Newcastle United are ready to pull out of the deal to sign Kalvin Phillips on loan. It's believed that they're not happy with Manchester City's demands of a loan fee over £5 million, and Manchester City wanting an obligation to buy in the summer as well if we are to loan him. Newcastle, are they thinking Manchester City a charity case here, that we're just going to give them Kalvin Phillips for a small loan fee and no guarantees of any payment coming in? They wouldn't do the business like that. Obviously, Manchester City aren't going to do business like that either. So I don't really get what Newcastle's game was here, and thinking that they were going to be the only club that may be able to pick Kalvin Phillips up on a cheap deal. There's plenty of interest in him. We're seeing Newcastle, we're seeing PSG pull out, but there's serious interest being shown from the Premier League. Fulham, Crystal Palace going abroad. Bayern Munich's name's been put out there, and most seriously Juventus as well. So Manchester City have plenty of interest here with Kalvin Phillips. The club that he'll end up at are the team that's going to offer Manchester City the best terms, and if Newcastle don't want to adhere to these terms or negotiate or speak about it, then they can go and look elsewhere. They're crying out for central midfielders there since Sandro Tonali's ban, so if they don't want to go out there and make a potential transfer happen for a good deal, of course Man City looking to try and get as much of their money back for Kalvin Phillips as possible. Signed him for £44 million, a £5 million loan fee and a £40 million obligation to buy, means Man City profit by £1 million, and you pick up an England international who, if you can keep him injury-free, would offer a lot to a lot of teams in the Premier League. It's just Manchester City's calibre and where we're at to everybody else is a lot different. So we'll see. I wouldn't rule out more interest in Kalvin Phillips. I wouldn't rule out Liverpool if I'm being completely honest, but we'll see. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got a massive update on Claudio Echeverri over at River Plate in Argentina. Now, the latest on him, €25 million release clause, that has been met by Manchester City to River Plate, according to Sports Witness. There's been some debate about what the fee is that Manchester City are paying to River Plate. So Sports Witness have said that it's €19 million as an upfront fee, with €11 million being paid paid in add-ons, with Manchester City willing as part of them add-ons to include an extra €5 million as a goodwill gesture, which means it'd take the total deal of the transfer up to €30 million when he has a release clause of €25 million. Manchester City very keen on keeping relations very good between ourselves and River Plate. We brought Julian Alvarez in, of course, Claudio Echeverri, another player that we're bringing in from River Plate as well, and it continues the theme of Man City not only going to Argentina for the top talents, but going to the same club and going to River Plate for them as well. So Manchester City keen to keep things friendly when it comes to potentially bringing these players in. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that contracts have been exchanged now. He says it's going to be €14.5 million as an upfront fee, with €9 million in add-ons, which is just over €25 million and not quite the €30 million that's been suggested by Sports Witness. I'm presuming that Fabrizio Romano is taking out €5 million in a goodwill gesture, which I just don't see Manchester City doing. Although, imagine if they did, I reckon people would be asking for 116 charges on that we're capable of affording to put goodwill gestures on on transfers as well. And Sky Sports this morning have been speaking about the transfer. They've said that the upfront fee is £12 million and it's now close to being completed, and Claudio Echeverri will become a Manchester City player. Sports Witness have said he will sign a 6-year deal. I'm waiting on clarification. Is it going to be a 5.5-year deal? Is it going to be a 6.5-year deal? His contract will run until June. If he's not joining us until next December, or he's joining us now in terms of them contracts, City won't run the contract from December through to December or January through to January. It's not how it works. If he signs his deal for now, then it'll run from January through to June of whatever year he's signing for. Is it 5 years? So is it going to be until 2029 in June, or is it going to be until June 2030 is what I'm waiting for further clarification on. But Manchester City, according to Sports Witness, are contemplating all options when it comes to Echeverri, including keeping him at River Plate until December, which is what is expected to happen. And from there, he could either join up with the Manchester City first team squad for the remainder of next season, or it's been suggested by Sports Witness that City could choose to loan him out to the City Football Group, with Girona more than likely being the likely destination for him to get him used to European football, is the word that is coming in from Manchester City. But that's just an option that's being considered. It doesn't mean that that is going to happen. Of course, when I get the updates and the developments, I will keep you guys up to date every single step of the way. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. And I'll see you all again religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.